Hey everybody, Weston here with the Hidden Given, and today back with another Avatar deck tech video. This one's still a little bit more budgety, under 300 bucks. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we have Aang, Swift Savior here. Aang has Flash, Flying, and when he enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell. So you can exile it, and when it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. So this is fun because he has Flash, and what you can do is you can, if somebody counters and counters something or tries to counter something and don't have enough mana let up, you can airbend that counter spell and then it becomes useless. Then it has Waterbend 8, which you can pay the 8 or you can tap your creatures or artifacts to help cast it to switch Aang into Aang and La, Ocean's Fury. Reach, Trample, and when Aang and La attack, put a 1/1 counter on each tapped creature you control. So we have a few themes in here. Since it's a lower power deck, I wanted to kind of spread out the themes. We have some Blink in here, some Airbend, Waterbend, and then some Spirits things in here because Aang and La is a big spirit. So let's get straight into it, shall we? So for creatures, we're running 22. We have Aang, the last airbender. He gets to fly around on his little glider here. And when he enters, airbend up to one other target non-land permanent. And when you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. So you can airbend your own Aang to protect him. And then use his ability with Flash, like play it at any point in time, to airbend somebody else's stuff and just ruin their day. Or, airbend your own thing, right? So, like, say somebody tries to counter your stuff and they have enough mana, you can airbend your own spell, like poof it out of existence, their counter spell fizzles, and then you get to cast it for 2. We have Appa, Steadfast Guardian, which is Flash, Flying, and when Appa enters, airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. And when you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. We have Circuit Mender, which is when he enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, and when he leaves the battlefield, draw a card. This is one of the cheap things that you're going to be airbending because you get to draw cards and gain life, right? So when you airbend him, that's sort of fun thing. Dawnbringer Cleric, ETB, you can gain 2, destroy an enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard. We do have Drogskol Captain, other spirits you control get +1/+1 in hexproof, so that'll protect your Aang and La if you choose to Hulk Smash. We have Drogskol Reaver, which does cost 7, but it's a flying double strike lifelink, and when you gain life, draw a card, which with like your blinks here, you're going to be able to do. We have Drumbellow, which is untap all creatures you control during each other player's untap step. We have Hanged Executioner. When he enters, you create a white spirit creature token, and then you can exile it to exile other target creature. We have Iorith, the Healing House. So, like, I put her in here. I did not put Marvin in here. Well, I did put Marvin in here. Oh, wow. I'm a jerk. My bad. I built this deck like 2 weeks ago at this point. So Iorith and Marvin will have the activated abilities of other creatures. So what you're going to do is you can tap and untap your stuff infinitely, but there's no way to really take advantage of it, right? I don't think, don't hold me to this, I don't think, oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. We have Tui and La, Moon and Ocean. So when it becomes tapped, you draw a card. When it becomes untapped, you put a 1/1 counter on it. So here's how this loop works, right? So Iorith says you can tap to untap another target permanent, or you can tap to untap 2 other legendary creatures. So what you do is, because Marvin has the activated abilities of all, so you find a way to tap, usually via waterbending, right? You waterbend, tap your Tui and La, and then you're going to untap, and then also tap your Marvin to waterbend, and then you're going to untap them with Iorith and Marvin, then waterbend with your Tui and La, and then use your Marvin to untap your Iorith and your Tui and La, and you just keep doing that back and forth. You could draw through your whole deck. You could waterbend everything you need to waterbend. It's a pretty pretty strong ability. Again, my apologies for forgetting. It's been a long couple weeks, and I got into a deck building groove where I built them all at once. We have Mole Drifter in here. We have Jill, Shiva's Dominant, which is when it enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then you can pay 5 and exile it and return it to the battlefield transformed. It is Shiva, Warden of Ice. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, ×2. Tap all lands your opponent's control, exile Shiva, then return it to the battlefield face up. So there you go. We have Katara, Waterbending Prodigy. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a 1/1 counter on her, and you can Waterbend 6 to draw a card. You can tap her to do this, which helps her grow. Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. Vigilance, and when Katara enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, Waterbend X. Creatures you control have base power, toughness X until end of turn. X can't be 0. Activate only during your turn. So this is part of that sync for that waterbending combo. When Mole Drifter enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, so you can airbend him. Patrician's Geist, other spirits get +1/+1. Spells from you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less. Rattle Chains, when it enters the battlefield, is flash. Target spirit gains hexproof until end of turn. You can protect your Aang and Law. You can protect a couple of your other spirits. You may cast spirit cards as though they had flash. Selfless Spirit, sack it. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Solemn Simulacrum, you can blink him with the airbending to not draw cards, but to get lands. The Wandering Rescuer is flash and convoke and double strike. Other tapped creatures you control have hexproof. Tui and Law, we kind of walked through it already. I think this card is really strong, like really, really strong. We have Welcoming Vampire, which is pretty good here. It's whenever one or more creatures you control power 2 or less enter, you draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. And we have Yue. Yue, I think, I did a deck tech on her as well. I think she can also be very strong. You can Waterbend 5. You may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Sorceries, we're running 8. We've got, a Wrath, another Wrath, which is this one, since we can tap a whole bunch of things, split up's pretty strong. We have Seagate Restoration. We have Everything Comes to Dust, which is exiles all creatures except those that share a creature type with a creature that convoked this spell this turn. All artifacts and enchantments are destroyed. We have Secret of Bloodbending, which is quad blue, but you can also waterbend 10. And if you do, you control target opponent during their next combat phase. And if it was waterbent, you control their entire next turn instead. And then you exile it. Spirit Water Revival, you can waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards. If the additional cost was paid, shuffle your library, or shuffle your graveyard into your library. Draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And you exile it. Waterbending Lesson, draw 3 cards and discard a card unless you waterbend 2. And then Water Whip, you can pay an additional 5 extra to return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand, draw 2 cards. Instance, we have Airbending Lesson to airbend something. We have Arcane Denial, Counterspell, Negate is in here, Dovin's Veto, Saw It Coming. Those are our counter magic spells. We have Bovine Intervention, destroy target artifact or creature. They get an Ox. We have Brave the Elements, choose a creature. White creatures you control gain protection from that chosen color. Disenchant, Ephemerate for Blink. Ethereal Haze is White Fog. I have a bunch of these sitting around. It's pretty fun. Generous Gift is removal. Ghost Way is a blink. Keep Watch, draw a card for each attacking creature, which is pretty strong if your opponent's going wide. Momentary Blink. Opt, Path to Exile. Release to memory, exile a creature from an opponent's graveyard. Exile target opponent's graveyard. For each creature, you get a spirit, which that will help you waterbend. Saw It Coming, like I said, is a counterspell. Stroke of Midnight is removal. Sword of Plowshares, removal. 2 arms. Untap all creatures you control. Draw a card. So this helps you with your waterbending ability. And then Waterbend Restoration, you can pay X with it. Exile X target creatures you control and blink them back. For artifacts, We are running Anduriel Flame of the West. It puts some spirits into play, which is good. Put it on your Aang and Law. Cryogenic Relic. When it enters or leaves, you draw a card. Everflowing Chalice, Pearl Medallion, Sapphire Medallion, Skull Clamp. For those little tokens you're going to be making. Stone of Eric and Swiftfoot Boots. Enchantments, we have Alexi's Coat, which is you may play it anytime you can play an instant, so Flash. An enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Shroud, that's very important. That also means yours. Breath of the Sleepless, you can play spirits as though they had Flash, and whenever you cast a creature spell during an opponent's turn, tap or untap one creature. Imprisoned in the Moon, the Legend of Karuk, scry 2, then draw a card ×2, exile it, then return it, and then it becomes Avatar Karuk. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. With this token, can't be blocked or be blocked by non-spirit creatures, and you can exhaust, which Waterbend 20, take an extra turn after this one. So you can tap him to do that. Then Training Grounds, activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less. So, like, your Waterbend will cost less. For our lands, I am running Adagia in here because Adagia is good. Adequate Waste, pretty budget stuff. We have the North Pole Gates, which is new. It enters tapped, adds a white or a blue, and you can sack it to draw a card. We have Secret Tunnel. 2 target creatures you control that share a creature type, can't be blocked. Do that for some of your spirits. We have Rogue's Passage. But yeah, overall, like I said, this one feels more similar to like a precon in that there's multiple themes in it. I have a trouble laser focusing in on one, but as one person put in my comments about another deck I did where I did like half Voltron, half Enchantress, like if you go all in on one, you might get blown out, whereas at least if you have multiple strategies, you might be able to have some redundancy. But let me know what you think about the deck in the comments down below. As always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.